Hey, what's up dudes, and welcome back to the channel. I'm playing catch up today because I missed a couple videos this week. I'm just trying to make up for lost time. Today I want to talk about what we can expect with the new StarFox game that Retro Studios is working on. Now, for a long time, because I've always loved Retro Studios, their work on Metroid Prime was fantastic. It was a series that I just wasn't expecting. Seeing Samus in first person, it's a visceral experience, and to this day is still one of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. When I heard that they were working on a new StarFox, I got incredibly excited because for a while now I just don't feel like their talent has been utilized. Not to say that the Donkey Kong games weren't amazing, but I wanted to see more from them. After Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, I was like, you know what? A StarFox game, Nintendo. Put Retro on a StarFox game. That would be amazing. Now it's happening, and we find out that it's not your traditional StarFox game. It's a racing game, which has me kind of worried, but I'm willing to trust in this new venture. Knowing what Retro is capable of, I'm actually really excited to see where they take this series and what it looks like, how it plays. These are things that I'm incredibly interested and excited to see. Now, I've seen a lot of speculation on the internet, it being a Diddy Kong style racing game where it's more kind of an open world. And if this is in fact the case, I think that's an amazing idea. I think that that's the best way that you could approach this game because Nintendo doesn't need another Mario Kart. Bottom line, Mario Kart is Mario Kart and that's all we need. If you're gonna give us another racer, give us something serious or give us something like Diddy Kong Racing. And so I feel this game could have a lot of potential, especially if they execute it right, obviously. When I look back at Diddy Kong Racing, there's a lot there that I think is usable for this kind of game, but there are things about it that are just too dated. And so I want to talk about what this game could be like. For starters, I could imagine a hub just like Diddy Kong Racing where it's a world that you can fly around or scoot around or whatever. I don't know what kind of vehicles are going to be in this game, but it's safe to say we're going to see the R-Wing, the tank, the submarine, and possibly a vehicle from Star Fox Zero that you only get to play as in the tutorial mode, and I forget what it's called. It's like a little all-terrain vehicle. It's got 6 wheels, 3 on either side, and it's got a great level of maneuverability. So we'll see what they end up putting in the game. They may even put some more unique vehicles according to the characters that they pertain to. The Star Fox series has way more characters than you might think when you look at games like Star Fox Command, Star Fox Assault, and even Star Fox Adventures. What I'm most concerned about, or not even concerned, I guess excited to see what they do, is the level designs and how these tracks pan out. In Mario Kart, it's fairly straightforward. You've got some shortcuts, but it's mostly a straightforward track. Diddy Kong Racing was very much the same, only you could change between the vehicles before races. This game, because it's on a greater console than any of those racing games, because it's on more powerful hardware, and because it's a series that we expect a lot more from, especially after the last conundrum with Star Fox Zero, which I like a lot more than people give credit for, but I understand where the faults are with that game. I just feel like this game has a lot more to prove, and it has a lot more content behind it to make something incredibly special, something that really turns heads and blows people away. There's a part of me that feels like they're going to have a story mode, and what that story mode might do to affect the gameplay experience, I don't know. But I'd like to think that the game may have more organic use of items, in that maybe levels are destructive in a way. Maybe you can find shortcuts through blasting holes and there really are no limits to what Retro could do to make this game way more interesting than any other kart-like racer that has ever come before it. It would also be really nice to see characters that don't necessarily belong in the Star Fox universe. Characters like Captain Falcon in a Blue Falcon rendition of each one of these vehicles, or even Samus with her ship making various changes to the model for the different scenarios. I think this would very much add to the character of the game. But while we're talking about F-Zero, I am kind of bummed that Nintendo decided to make a new racing game with the Star Fox series than to take what they already have with the F-Zero series. Now, I'm not going to run on in this video. I definitely want to do a video talking about this, but it just makes me really sad because there are so many F-Zero fans out there that have been asking since GX on the GameCube for a new F-Zero, and yet Nintendo still won't answer that call. So I'm really hoping that the energy of this game really does fill that spot, or that they have an F-Zero in the works. Because games like this is what Nintendo needs to really broaden their horizons and their reach for new players. Anyway guys, that does it for this video. Thank you for joining me. Let me know in the comments what you think about this new StarFox game, what your hopes and dreams are for it, or if you're just not into it at all. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.